Let's go. Yo, Tyrese is on the Cruz Show. Real 92.3, LA's new home for hip-hop. This is crazy, man. Tyrese, welcome to the show. How you feel,
man,
bro?
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for being here, man.
Congratulations on everything y'all are doing and building.
Oh, you're talking about being number one in the afternoon? Thank you, man.
Every bit of that, man. Being number one, man. You earned that.
Man, you know, we're trying, man. We're working hard,
it's
man.
It's a lot of options of radio.
Yeah.
Satellite now. The competition is thick. So to be number one says everything about you.
No, thank you, man.
You know, and your team, man. So congratulations, man. I mean that, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Number one, baby.
Tyrese been working hard.
There must be a lot of people listening if you're number one, too, man.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Hello, everybody.
A big audience in the
afternoon. Your boy. You know what I mean?
Tyrese is here. So, listen, there's a lot to get to, right? We're doing a tour. We're hitting stadiums, scholarships. We also have 2 movies coming out on the same day. This is major. Album on the way this year as well.
Beautiful
for 2023.
Pain. Yes,
Beautiful
sir.
Pain.
Yeah.
So, really quick, let's get to the movies. We have 2 movies coming out in the same day. That's major. Salute to you, boss.
Yeah. One has nothing to do with the other.
Right.
You know?
Right. Which is good.
Yeah. No, it's a vibe, man. You know,
Fast 10 and come out fighting.
Yeah. Fast 10 and come out fighting. So we got to unpack, I think, the real excitement around Fast 10.
Yeah.
This will be 23 years of you guys still allowing us, and I say that specifically, allowing us to entertain you. Although I was not in part 1, I came in on part 2. It has been a beautiful love affair that has happened with the fans. And for folks that was in elementary, junior high, or high school, now folks is grown, married with kids. Some folks is grandkids. and now being is that people have literally grew up watching this movie, man. It went from I watched the movie by myself when I was in high school. Now I go with my wife, and now we go with our kids. And everybody get to show up and watch The Fast and the Furious.
It's become a tradition within families. Isn't that great, man?
Yeah, it's like a holiday at this point. You know, when it comes out, what else are we doing today but this? You know, and then the idea that women have been enjoying the movie over all these years. It's like when it comes to action and adrenaline, most women be like, you know.
Sure.
But this is one of them films that even women, by the numbers over the years, continue to show up and embrace, man. So with all that being said, proudly, I'm Roman Pierce.
That's right.
And we got Fast 10 coming out this year. And where would we be without all the love and support that y'all show us around the world?
You know what I respect as well, Tyrese, man, and thank you for those words. That's great, man. And you're absolutely right. And the way the series, or you know, the movie sustains, or the franchise, thank you, keeps OG members in there. You know, by the time it gets to Fast 10, it could be a whole new cast.
Oh, it could be.
Right?
Absolutely, yeah. So every time my phone rings and they're still interested in me doing anything in this movie, I'm beyond grateful, you know, because
but the audience appreciates it.
Yeah.
Because they see a familiar face.
Yes, nostalgic. They want to hear these words and these jokes, and they want to see us do what it is that we do as a collective.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever hurt yourself on set?
No.
How's that?
I just haven't.
Yeah.
He just hasn't, fool.
But it's easy. It's easy to hurt yourself on set,
it's very,
right?
but
especially
you know,
in movies like Fast 10.
I mean, I think if anybody, we really play it safe. But I think if anybody could find themselves getting hurt, it'd be something stupid like stubbing a toe on a curb or slipping, not
the
knowing
camera's
that.
not even on.
Yeah, running or something and running through some water, not knowing that the water was slippery.
Right.
Those little dumb little accidents, but nothing crazy, man. They really, the stunt guys and everybody really go above and beyond to keep us all safe, man. So
man.
It's pretty cool.
You know, I watch like Tom Cruise and he's doing his own crazy ass stunts, and I'm like, yo, like how does the studio allow that?
Yeah.
And how is he not like scared out of his mind to do these crazy stunts?
Well, you know, the thing is, you know, shout out to Tom Cruise. I think everyone has their own way of reinventing themselves, right? So I've just chose to not jump off a mountain to reinvent myself on a dirt bike. You know, I was like, I appreciate that, and you know, I can break the internet if I did something crazy like that. But you know, that's for you, Tom. You got it.
It's not for everybody.
It's not in the cards. If I get to the set and they're gonna be like, look here, man, would you be willing on behalf of the commitment to the craft? I'd look at them like they got 30 heads on them, man, for just even hinting.
Right.
Are you doing subliminals and innuendos trying to hint at you wanting me to drive the motorcycle off the mountain? It ain't happening.
Right. You pick up on it real quick.
Come on, man. I mean, it's just so many more things I'm not willing to do that has nothing to do with stunts on the movie. It's like, yo, we about to go pull up at this. We about to pull up at the what? And what's going on? Who gonna be there?
We not doing
that. It ain't
that.
happening, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just like saying, let's go wear all blue in a blood neighborhood.
No, we're not doing
the
that.
The likelihood
of
you getting shot, stabbed, and killed is pretty high. So let's not sit there bleeding out going, I can't believe this just happened, bro. You got on all blue in a blood neighborhood, the likelihood of you getting shot, stabbed, and killed is pretty high.
This is a good message because for a lot of TikTok and influencers out there that are getting hurt for content, think about what you're doing before you hit, before you hit.
For all the white people who keep jumping off mountains and nose diving, just swan diving to the water.
What about playing pranks on people in Target?
It's too much, man. Yeah, you're going to get your whole head caved in and you're going to go viral for the wrong reason. Yeah.
So you'll never go skydiving for your birthday or anything?
That would never happen.
We're not doing that.
I'm too scared as well.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either.
Roller coasters? You scared of roller coasters?
No, I can rock with a roller coaster.
Okay.
Or two. It's been a long time since I've been at Magic Mountain.
Let's hit Six Flags, bro. Let's
we
do
got
it.
free tickets, Doc. We call her 10.
Congratulations to Tyrese. He just won 2 tickets to Six Flags.
Thank you.
Let's go,
Hey,
Tyrese.
man, can I shout somebody out real quick, man?
Do it.
Oh, man, I just want to shout out my mom. You know what I'm saying? Kim Burrell, if you listening. Oh, man, I just got some tickets. Hey, Mom, how many tickets do I get?
You get 4.
I get 4 tickets.
Congratulations.
Oh, man, so I'm going to take, oh, man, it's on.
Yep.
It's on. I appreciate it, man. I can't believe y'all answered, man. I was like, ain't no way I'm going to win these tickets
Today's
today.
your day, man. Congratulations,
thank you
man.
very
A
much,
4-pack
man.
of tickets
And
to
what's
Six
the name
Flags
of the
Magic
station?
Mountain. Man, let them know what station hooked you up.
Real 92.3 got me. Yeah! You see how that happened?
Cut and scene.
You see there? It just happened. I got them tickets. I'm so sorry for y'all. Favor ain't fair. You see? I'm doing the interview. I'm at the station and I won tickets.
Let's go.
Growing up, did you ever call in and ever win anything on radio?
Oh, what? Ask Theo.
Yeah. Shout out to Theo. Shout out to Julio G.
Yeah, ask Theo. Ask Kevin Nash.
Wow.
Yeah, let me just name a few. Like, I was the regular guy.
Ask Big Boy. Ask the Baker Boys.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, I was the guy in the hood listening to the radio station trying to win something.
Yeah, man.
And I would call 1,000 times in a row. And then Theo, I'm sure at some point I was cringeworthy to Theo because I used to just call him for no reason at all. He'd be like, he would for real. He would answer the phone with his deep voice. No one knew he was Asian.
92.3.
And he's like, "Hey, this is Theo, 92.3, The Beat." Right? And then I would call in, "Hey, what's up, Theo?" You hear a pause, right? I'm annoyed that this dude is calling again.
Right.
"Hey, what's going on, Tyrese?"
No. He knew you already by the sound
he
of your
knew my
voice.
name. I was calling the radio station that much. Like I was
Same.
destined to be on.
I was always trying to win something.
Yeah, that's it. I wish I could hug Theo, man. I wish he sees this interview.
Yeah.
If he still lives in LA, I just want you to know, Theo, I have no idea why you took so many of my calls, why you would put me live on the airwaves, and why you would just have random conversations with me, and I knew you didn't have time to have them, but you would just take my call because I was just a little kid who just wanted to be heard as a singer, and just every time you put me on the air, I just felt that close to one day being famous. Just knowing the whole city of LA was listening to my voice. And then my friends would call me. This is when we didn't have a cell phone. They would call my house. Man, we just heard you on the radio talking to Theo. And just that little glimpse of being popular did it all for me, man. This was long before I got on.
No, the power of the shout out is still an amazing thing.
Man, that's that little peek into what God was up to.
And I believe that's what radio still does for people, right?
course
Because
it does.
there's streaming options, as you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
There's streaming, there's satellite radio, and so many other options. But
Social media, all of the things that did not exist.
But there's something about that connection with the audience and that on-air personality that's still very much golden.
But that's why you're number one.
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
you
And
deserve it.
number one because we have an
Thank
amazing
y'all
team.
for making him number one, all the listeners.
No, they made
Without
us,
the
man.
people tuning in, listening every day, there's no such thing as being number one, man. They need to know it, man. Y'all could be listening to anything, but y'all tuning in, and we appreciate you.
Yes, we
Let's
do.
keep them number one, too.
Come
I
on,
love
man.
when
Let's
good
keep that
people are
going.
number one.
Yeah, no, let me shout out the team, of course, Leche and Jackie Ramirez, Jeff Garcia, the sports dude,
Yes.
who you know
Come on, baby.
for many years
Leche,
now.
that's milk.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's Leche right there.
Yeah, milk.
Milk
I like
man,
that.
check. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I know a lot of I know a little Spanish, but
That's
I know
right,
Leche.
Papa.
That's right. Leche has
You
lost.
been milking the hell out of this number one. You understand? Hey.
Leche's recently lost 150 pounds. He's dropping
150.
music.
Right. So
He's-
you ain't drinking milk if you lost 150.
I've adapted to oat milk.
Okay, got you.
That's
got
good,
you.
right? That's
Wow,
good.
Wow, congratulations,
Thank you,
man.
Thank you. Put it
Yeah,
in
he's
work.
also
Wow,
dropping
they got
music.
some
this
before and
guy,
after
he's on
vibe.
fire, man.
I'll show you. I'll show you afterwards.
Well,
But
if we stand together, it's before and after. That's what that
Got
looks
you,
like,
got
yeah.
you. I
Yeah,
received
for
that.
sure.
I received that.
but I just figured for me, I was just like, yo, if I want to, do things that I want to do, like eventually go on tour and stuff like that, I felt like my physical had to be right. So
Yeah.
with that being said, you obviously take care of yourself for all the things you're doing. You're doing film, you're going on tour, you're doing music. Do you have a certain regimen you have?
Keeping
Yeah,
structured,
but
right?
honestly, man, I just my biggest struggle is sleep.
Yeah.
Right? Because literally the moment I open my eyes, the thoughts are racing, right? Because
When you start working.
I really believe that God gave us free will, and that the scripture that speaks to prayer without works is dead. And imagine, right, being clear that God is about to take me and move me into some new territories, so preparation meets opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Right? So he may not have a hot single, or maybe you do. He may not have sold or streamed 10 million streams on whatever song you release. But to understand that I'm clear that I'm about to move into some new rooms and situations, so let me prepare myself for it now. You don't have to become reactive. You become proactive. So the pressure that I put myself under every day after being on and not knowing that I would be on after a 30-second Coca-Cola commercial when I was 16. I'm 44 now. I got on since I was 16. So the fact that I'm still here, the pressure that I put myself under to know specifically that what I'm here to do, nobody could do it but me. There's nobody has these visions and ideas and thoughts. Mm-hmm. There's nobody's taking this journey and walking this walk but me. So imagine me letting anything or anybody get in the way of this overwhelming sense of purpose that's over my life. So yeah, to lose that weight, I'm here to confirm with you. You understand something that nobody in your life is going to understand. Mm-hmm. And if they keep laughing and cracking jokes and making comments about like, yo, why, he wilding, man. It just he talking about he about to. Yeah, that was me. About to.
Yeah.
Getting laughed at.
I've heard people try to make fun of Leche for running.
Yeah. Yeah, everything. But see, here's the thing. Let the laughs, the mockery, the comments, the jokes that they cracking on the text chain, whatever it is they doing, let that be the fuel to remind you that what God is doing, people are laughing, and they're laughing because they're noticing. If they're not laughing, then you should be a little concerned about what you're doing.
Yeah. If they're not
'cause
saying
they
anything,
laughed at
that's
the dude who
problem.
said he wants to sing. They laughed at the dude who was always the center of attention everywhere I went without knowing why.
Sure.
Why is God getting me used to cracking joke. Like, bro, in my mind, I was Kevin Hart. I was Richard Pryor. Everything that I'm doing in the Fast and the Furious is being the funny guy. Nobody who I grew up with is shocked or surprised. They all knew, like, yo, there is nobody funnier than this guy. Yeah. Before I knew I could sing, I was always the funniest in every room I went into. And so what God was doing for me, he was preparing me to be able to not only be funny, but crack these jokes and be comfortable with cracking these jokes while a whole lot of people is watching. He knew that I was going to be on stage singing before I knew I could ever hold a note. So he's getting me used to being in front of people, because being in front of people was what I was going to do my whole life, which was like, you know, there's a lot of dudes funny as hell in the hood, never went past the hood. Yeah. I'm funny around the world. I'm funny in over 200 languages, being translated in every movie I do around the world. Imagine that. Imagine that. Think about that. I crack a joke in English, and that joke gets translated to over 200 languages.
It's powerful stuff, man. It's powerful stuff.
I will never meet these people and shake their hands. Yeah. I will live and die, no time soon, God forbid. I will live and die and never be able to thank every fan that I have around the world.
That's amazing. What a blessing.
Yeah. And my mama pushed me out and gave birth to me. 2 boys, 2 girls. I was the last one out. And she could have aborted me. She could have said, I already got 3. I don't want to go to full duration for this 4th. So now you interviewing somebody that Priscilla Murray decided, I got 4, and here's the last one. Mm-hmm. And she got her tubes tied after me.
Wow.
So imagine that.
Yes, sir.
Tyrese, Fast and the Furious, the singer, the talent, the this, the that. Whatever y'all feel about me, you wouldn't feel if mama didn't decide to push me out.
That's right, man. Shout out to moms, man.
Rest in peace. I love
Rest in
mom.
peace, for sure.
Is that a constant
around
thought?
the corner.
Oh, yeah. It's what I struggle with every day.
Oh, man.
It's what I struggle with every day. Not the struggle of the loss. It's the struggle of, like, wow, man, like, of all people in the world, why did God have all of this in mind for me? You know, and so when people see me posting constantly on my Instagram, I don't want you at my house. I don't want you around me. I do really well with being alone. But the overwhelming feeling and the overwhelming sense of being so blessed, I just want to give it all away.
Yeah.
And anything that I can say and post and talk about that can pour into or motivate and inspire somebody to not quit and not give up, that's how I feel.
Yeah, Tyrese, you know, I've been following for years, man, a fan for years, for sure.
Appreciate it.
You talk about the Coca-Cola commercial on the bus and everything else from there, right? Everything else from there. But even through social media throughout the years, you know, the salon at your house, the Starbucks at your house, you know, the many amenities at your home, it was always for your friends. You always started with, I don't want my friends to go without.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You were always giving.
Yeah, that's who I am. Like, even this interview, you know, like, it's a, you know,
what do we need?
Go ahead, bro. The door is locked.
If it's, someone might have locked it, but there you go. It's a heavy door.
It's a door.
That's okay, man.
That's what happens.
It's a heavy door.
Locks, you lock it.
It's a heavy door. It's okay.
We'll talk about that. We just have to stay focused.
Stay focused.
Okay, yeah, the door is locked when you lock it.
But yeah, just going back.
Unlock it. You unlock it.
You've always led with a giving
I left
spirit.
And I came back. Go ahead.
You've always led with a giving spirit, man,
Yes,
which I
sir.
appreciate.
Thank you, sir.
And it goes and it doesn't go unnoticed.
No, listen, man. It's like I said, even in this interview, it's supposed to be about me.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be about me bigging myself up and promoting my movies and my stuff. But I'm just thinking to myself, man, there are so many people who has no hope, you know, and no sense of direction. And sometimes people just need to hear a story like, yeah, you might be focused on me now, what I drive, the size of my house, celebs and people and friends and red carpets and the stuff. But I don't want you to be inspired by the Rolls Royce. I want you to be inspired by the person in the Rolls Royce. And I want to tell you how I got the Rolls Royce. And I want you to know, like, it's very possible to go from that to this. And it ain't got nothing to do with my cousin was Will Smith and that's how I got on. Like, that ain't everybody's story. I don't have no clique and no entourage to this day. Mm-hmm. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't use Molly, perk, mushrooms. I've never had a sip of wine ever in my life. I've never had a beer ever in my life. I'm 44 years old, bro. I'm drug free. I have never let anybody compromise my spirituality or sexuality because they are trying to sell me, or if you do this, then you'll be able to get to that. If it's that level, tied into having to do that or be a part of that, whatever that might be. And guess what? If you're doing it and it makes you happy, live your life. Do what makes you happy. But for somebody to present anything about whatever the other level is, I don't want it. And I'm a regular guy, just like everybody else that's listening. Don't ever think or believe that you got to smoke what they smoke, drink what they drink, wear what they wear, be a part of whatever it is they made you do. And guess what? If it's considered something negative to me, but yet you're doing it and it makes you happy, I want you to do what makes you happy. Live your life. But once it's presented, or if it's ever, because a lot of stuff ain't presented, because people be like, yo, Reese ain't, Yeah. So guess what? Everything about my life and my career has been done as a regular guy, still wearing Chuck Taylors, even though I could afford everything, and living my best life.
Yes, sir.
And where I'm at, I don't want your songs. I don't want your career. I don't want your house, your girl. I want everything that God has in mind for me. And I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to outwork everybody in the room. And I'm going to go get it.
Being envious is a disease.
It is, man.
It really is.
Yeah, and here's the thing, man. I don't remember the last time I lost sleep over a hater. I worked too hard for everything I got for me to be out here worried about what a hater's talking about in my comments. Like, are you serious? I'm going to laugh at you and ask that chef to run that back.
Yes, sir.
There's so much square footage, I can't even hear my guests. Where are they?
Where are they?
I have not seen my guest in 2 days.
Have you ever had to pick up your guests
Bro,
from your property?
Yes,
your property?
Yes, I have.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I have to call them on their cell phone because I don't know where they are in the house.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And ain't nobody gonna make me feel bad about it.
Absolutely not.
You hear me? You see me? Huh? You're not gonna make me feel bad about being this blessed when I've worked my ass off to get this. Huh? Hater who? Where are they? Haters is like water rolling off a duck's back. Look at it fall. Soon as the hate, you gotta look at it. Soon as the hate come in, it's the raining hate. And I'm gonna sit here with this Jesus juice all over me. And that water gonna drip right off like a water rolling off a duck's back. You've seen the water roll off a duck's back. They put their head all the way under the water. They come up, and some way, somehow, it does not penetrate them.
It's like they have a wax seal.
It's like why elephants don't swat flies. You a giant. They come in. The elephant just keeps walking.
No bother.
Come on, man. Now, for those folks that's out here cutting in line and stabbing, shooting, and killing in order for their own self-interest to move ahead, that's very different than people like me that's been honorable and a man of integrity with actual talent, working my ass off to get this, man. You never gonna make me feel bad about this, bruh. I've earned this all. And every orchestrated attack imaginable trying to take it away from me. And God says, continue. Even things that I've said and did, trying to compromise my own success and destiny because I'm growing up in real time. Yeah, I got married publicly. I got divorced publicly. I got baby mama drama publicly. I'm dealing with things in real time. I posted that. I said that. I did that. I made that mistake. I'm beefing with him. You know why all of this has happened publicly? Because I'm growing up in real time and figuring out all of these feelings that I have in real time. And as I make a mistake, as I bump my head, as I say and as I do, it's all happening in real time.
Being human in real time.
Being human. Bro, the cameras have been on me since I was 16. So I'm literally growing up. Winning and losing, making mistakes, saying and doing things in real time as the whole world is watching.
When a lot
just
of people
like Chris
get,
Brown, just like Usher,
sure. And a lot of
just
people
like
get to
everybody
have private lives and fall and get back up, and nobody gets to see that. We have to see you do it in front of millions.
But how about when they fall and they don't get back up?
There's that too.
How about I've worked really hard to mess my own stuff up, probably because I'm in such disbelief that I even have it in the first place. Maybe the spirit of self-sabotage and self-defeat, like, yeah, you prayed for all of this and now that it's here, but why would you want to mess it up when you're living and experiencing your physical answered prayers? It's no longer a dream when you're in the dream car.
Do you think it's maybe wanting to go back to not having that pressure?
No.
No?
No. I deal, and everything about it, it's no pressure. It's like, yo, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I'm not that guy that's overwhelmed with success and overwhelmed with money. And it's just like, I have been growing up in real time while the whole world is watching. So, it's like the Truman Show. Everybody's looking in
Right.
and watching my life in real time. So when you say something and you do something, or you post something and you make a mistake, I'm at home like, damn, that was stupid. Oh, man. And you're just growing up in real time. You get to make mistakes just like me, but you in the hood. Your neighbors know what you said or did or what mistake you made, but it doesn't go beyond that. So
Try the whole world.
Yeah, the whole world will see the mistake, and then you got to sit at home and be like, "Damn, I wish I made this mistake," without people knowing.
Yeah.
But you can't really get out of who you are at this point.
No, this is what you were given.
This is where I'm at.
Yes,
so
sir.
You can enjoy the Rolls Royce. You also got to enjoy the beatdown when it shows up.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
and it
those-
comes
But you know
with
what?
it.
Crying in the Rolls Royce is a little different than crying on the bus stop.
And-
So,
and
you
then
know,
that
you got to pick your battles.
Yes,
you
sir.
see?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Hey, man, listen, tears on Rolls Royce seats is a little different than tears on skates.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Let's go.
You
we
dig
working
me?
towards that, Tyrese. One day I'll be able to share the same
That's
my
right,
experience.
Lecter. That's right.
Tyrese, I'll be able to share my experience
I
with
got
you.
that perspective. I won't say who, but I got that perspective from somebody, and it changed my life. It was the ex-wife of somebody extremely famous I won't mention. And so they was like, "Oh, I hate that I'm going through a divorce." But and she's like, I want to tell you. She's like, a heartbreak is a heartbreak is a heartbreak. But there's a very big difference in a woman going through a divorce who's freezing 40 below zero in Chicago on a bus stop versus me crying and being heartbroken on this private plane. And I said, hey.
That made a lot of sense.
We all feel
Yeah.
what we feel, because no one is immune to a heartbreak, whether you're in a mansion or you're homeless. A heartbreak is a heartbreak.
That's right. That's right.
But the luxuries and the conveniences of the stuff that comes with success, that's a very different heartbreak experience.
Does it help soften the blow?
It does.
Yes, sir.
It really does.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It really does.
It really does.
To say I'm hungry and food show up. To say I'm stressed out and I want a massage today, and you don't think about what it's going to cost. You look forward to what you're going to experience. The things, I don't like what I'm feeling. Let me get out the house and go somewhere. And you get on the plane and you go to that location, to that ocean view and that hotel and that resort because you feel like it. That's the difference. And so someone else may have to feel that sadness for much longer because they don't have the opportunity that you have to get past the stress or the trauma or the depression or the heartbreak of losing someone. You're going to be in that place longer than me because of where my life is. But we're both still feeling the same thing. But you work your ass off and you'll be able to say, God, all I want is if I'm feeling something for you to continue to have my life to where I can get out of it sooner than somebody else may get out of it. That's it. It doesn't mean big eyes and little U's. That's why nobody could ever make me feel bad about being so blessed. because I work too hard. It ain't gonna happen. Give me your best shot.
Right.
You write your best IG post in the comment. Please, just know I'm feeling it. But your comment is water rolling off a duck's back. And I will be okay with going the rest of my life just knowing that I'm misunderstood.
Man, those words are going to help people out, man.
That's why I'm
when
here.
They watch this. That's why he's here. Tyrese, May 19th, 2 movies out on the same day. Legendary. Come Out Fighting, Fast 10. Fast 10 is back. How do you feel about AI?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah. The game is going to continue to change.
As an artist?
Yeah. I mean, listen, man. I'll tell you what I have a problem with, and it ain't that. I got a problem with the family law court system. Nobody worried about no damn AI. Okay, I got real stuff that I got a problem with. It ain't that.
I feel it. I feel it.
AI, you know, keep it going.
Keep it going.
Live your life.
I'm not worried.
Not at all.
Right, Elephant to a Fly. Album
right.
out this year as well. And I understand we're working night and day to get this project done.
Yeah, Beautiful Pain is the name of my new album. My single is out.
Don't Think You Ever Loved Me.
Right now, I Don't Think You Ever Loved Me, you know, in regards to how abrasive my marriage ended. You know, my ex-wife just like woke up and just said, I'm out. And I still don't know why to this day. And so I got a new single featuring Lenny Kravitz, I Don't Think You Ever Loved Me. I would love for y'all to hear it.
Going back to that situation, do you still try and figure out why, or do you just kind of like ignore it?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, those are real problems.
Facts.
100%.
So it's the feeling that never cheated, never physically abused her. Everybody have their share of disagreements and arguments, but everyone, including myself, who was in the marriage, if there was any obvious thing that was either said or done that could make somebody say, you know what, I'm out of here. I don't really know when that moment presented itself. And so it's the confusion of like me knowing, like, as a man, I wanted to do that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I will have no teeth left in my mouth, and me and my wife will be feeding each other mashed potatoes and rocking in a chair, laughing at stuff that nobody would understand but me and my wife. That's what I seen and envisioned. And so I got married to do it for the rest of my life. And so, yeah, to be working on this album called Beautiful Pain, you know, it's like, yeah, I had to go through something in order to get me back in the studio. And everybody can relate, right? The amount of people that have been married and divorced, especially during a pandemic, 24 hours, 7 days a week husband and 24 hours, 7 days a week wife and children brought a whole lot of things out that no one ever had time to address and talk about because we were all busy and free, out and about. Yeah, when you stuck at home, it had everything about the stuff that we pushed to the back was all of a sudden under a microscope, and that stuff came out. So yeah, it's just been interesting, man.
Sorry you're going through that, man.
It's all right, man.
Man.
You know, I appreciate that, bro.
And as a father,
I receive
it.
it.
Father to father.
Yeah, absolutely. So you know, those are my problems.
Yeah.
I got real stuff that
Absolutely.
I'm trying to process and navigate through.
Sure, man. Yo, Mother's Day show, Toyota Arena, Mother's Day in Ontario. We're giving away 2 tickets, actually 2 pairs, from what I understand. Isabella said we can do that. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
866-246-8923.
We can bump it up to 6.
6?
Yeah, let's give away
6 pair.
6 pair.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, easy. 866-246-8923 will get you into the Toyota Arena, Tyrese, Mother's Day show, Ontario. 6 pairs.
Say that again.
It's very generous.
Toyota Mother's
Arena.
Day.
Yes, Ontario.
Concert in Ontario.
Yes, sir.
Mother's Day celebration. Tyrese on stage in concert. And I cannot wait to sing and perform for Mother's Day. Wow. Where would we be without our mom?
What a blessing.
That's a fact.
What a blessing. Memorial Day in Las Vegas, and that benefits the youth. You're giving away a $10,000 scholarship at that show as well.
Yes, I am. 10,000 giveaway. That's a real number. $10,000 post-pandemic is like $1 million right now.
Yes, sir.
For real.
Yeah, man. Tyrese, congratulations. Come Out Fighting, Fast 10. come out on the same day, May 19th. Support both films. This man works extremely hard, as you know. You grew up with Tyrese. We grew up with Tyrese.
South Central LA, man. I just want to say this to everybody out there listening, man. If you convince yourself that because of where you live, foster care system, what you see, every mental, emotional, psychological trauma that you're feeling and had to survive, if you convince yourself that this is the outcome of your life and it's over, guess what? It's over. All you got to do is just believe that where you are right now has nothing to do with what God has in mind for you. And you may not understand why you're seeing and feeling and experiencing so many different traumas for the people that's experiencing that, but you're going to understand that if God gets you through all of this right now, he's going to be able to get you through anything that the world can throw at you on the other side of the success that's coming. I mean, I hate some of the stuff that I go through sometimes, but I still laugh because none of this is nothing. Like literally, it's nothing compared to what I had to go through in my childhood. Yeah. A divorce. Oh man, who wants that? Man, he must be, divorce is
right. But do you know what I've survived?
It's like nothing. Like I was playing basketball with the homie on a Wednesday. He got killed on a Thursday. Like, I've seen and had to survive way worse than a sexy individual saying, I don't want you no more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, put that in your hat.
Let's go. That's it.
Yeah, Crips and Bloods, for real. 25 to life homies, for real. Excessive force, murder, police brutality, prostitution, ODs, people getting gang raped and ran up in your house and the whole family getting laid out right across the street from you, and you wondering like, man, that could have been me. It happened right there. I've had to see and be exposed to way too many things for me to just convince myself that I'm doomed because of certain things that I've been dealing with over the years. This is like laughable compared to what God has brought me through. So while you still in it and feeling it, mama was an alcoholic for 27 years, father was a crackhead and alcoholic. While you still in it, just know that there's a certain level of character that's being developed inside of you because God is preparing you for what you're about to get thrusted into. Don't quit. Don't give up. I didn't. Look at my life.
Look at it. Tyrese, everybody. Cruz Show. Real 92.3 LA's new home for hip-hop. Thank you, Tyrese. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for the energy, man.
Put a hat and a T-shirt on that right there. You gonna get this, Jesus.
Yo, check out more of our YouTube interviews now, ASAP+. Download the free iHeartRadio app so you can check out the Cruz Show podcast.